Imagine two people receiving the exact same paycheck on Friday afternoon. The first person celebrates by opening shopping apps. New shoes, new headphones, a new watch. By Sunday night, the money is mostly gone. For a few hours, the purchases feel exciting. But by next week, the excitement fades. The shoes become normal. The watch becomes invisible. The hunger returns. The second person does something strange. He buys almost nothing. He repairs an old jacket instead of replacing it. He walks through a park. He visits a small cafe with a friend. He cooks a simple meal at home years later. More savings, less stress, and somehow seems happier. Most people look at these two lives and come to the wrong conclusion. They think the second person is sacrificing happiness for money. But what if the opposite is true? What if the first person is sacrificing happiness for consumption? This is one of the deepest lessons hidden inside Japanese culture. It is a philosophy that quietly challenges everything modern society teaches about success. You have been told that spend creates happiness. That a bigger house means a bigger life, that more possessions equal more freedom. But the Japanese discovered something uncomfortable. The things you own often end up owning you. Today, we are going to explore why many Japanese people spend less, save more, and often find joy in places where most people never think to look. Because happiness is not hiding in the next purchase. It is hiding in the things money cannot buy. The empty bowl you are standing in front of a buffet. The table stretches for 50 feet steak, cake, ice cream, pizza, every food imaginable. At first it feels incredible. Then something strange happens. The more choices you have, the harder it becomes to enjoy any of them. You take a bite of pizza while thinking about the steak. You eat the steak while wondering about dessert. You finish dessert thinking maybe you should have chosen something else. You leave full but not satisfied. This is the disease of abundance. Modern life tells you that happiness comes from having more options, more products, more subscriptions, more clothes, more gadgets. Yet psychologists have discovered something surprising. Too many choices often create anxiety instead of freedom. The Japanese have a concept that quietly resists this trap. It is called simplicity. Walk into a traditional Japanese home. You may notice something shocking. There is empty space. The room is not crowded with furniture. The shelves are not overflowing with decorations. The walls are not screaming for attention. Many Western minds see the emptiness and think something is missing. The Japanese often see the emptiness and think something is finally present. Space, breathing room, peace. You are exhausted because your life has become a crowded room. Every object demands attention. Every subscription demands payment. Every possession demands maintenance. You think you own these things. But they are quietly consuming your time. The Japanese understand that every object has a hidden price. Not just the money required to buy it, but the energy required to carry it. Sometimes spending less is not about saving money. It is about protecting your mind. The bamboo basket. Imagine carrying a backpack. At first, someone hands you a single stone. No problem. Then another, then another. Soon, the backpack weighs 50 pounds. The strange part is that nobody forced you to carry it. You picked up every stone yourself. This is how consumption works. A larger house requires more cleaning. A newer car requires more payments. More possessions require more storage. More storage requires more space. More space requires more work. You keep adding stones to the backpack and wonder why life feels heavy. Japanese culture often values something different, not accumulation. Selection. A bamboo basket is beautiful because of what it excludes, not because of what it contains. The modern world encourages endless acquisition. The Japanese approach often asks but different question. What can I remove? You are constantly trying to add your way into peace. A better phone, a better car, a better wardrobe, a better title. But peace rarely arrives through addition. More often it arrives through subtraction. The moment you remove the unnecessary, the necessary becomes visible. Like a sky revealed when the clouds finally move away. The convenience trap. There is a paradox hiding inside modern life. The easier things become, the less satisfied people often feel. Think about it. Food can be delivered in minutes. Entertainment arrives instantly. Anything can be purchased with a few taps. You should be happier than any generation in history. Yet anxiety, loneliness, and dissatisfactions continue to grow. Why? Because struggle creates value. The Japanese understand this instinctively. Consider a simple cup of tea. You can buy one in seconds from a machine, or you can participate in a traditional tea ceremony. The tea is almost identical. One is consumption. The other is participation. The ceremony requires patience, attention, presence. And because effort is involved, the moment becomes meaningful. You are chasing convenience because you think it saves happiness. But convenience only saves time. Meaning comes from engagement. The meal tastes better when you cook it. The garden feels special when you grow it. The accomplishment feels valuable when you earn it. A life without effort sounds wonderful until you realize that effort is what gives life flavor. The Japanese often spend less because they have learned to extract more joy from ordinary experiences. They do not need constant stimulation. They know how to pay attention. And attention is where happiness lives. The river of enough. Most people live beside a river called more. More money, more status, more followers, more possessions. The river never ends. No matter how much you drink. The thirst remains because more has no destination. The Japanese philosophy of contentment offers a different river, the river of enough. This does not mean laziness. It does not mean refusing ambition. It means understanding the difference between need and endless desire. You have been trained to believe happiness exists one purchase away, one promotion away, one achievement away, one upgrade away. But every time you arrive, the finish line moves. Like chasing the horizon, the Japanese often ask a simpler question. What is already sufficient? This question is powerful because it interrupts the endless chase, the roof over your head, the food on your table, the friend who calls you, the sunset outside your window. These things become invisible because they are familiar. Yet they are the foundation of a meaningful life. The person who never feels, the person who recognizes enough can be ordinary and content. One lives in scarcity, the other lives in abundance. And the difference exists entirely inside the mind. The cherry blossom economy. Every spring, millions gather beneath cherry blossom trees. The flowers bloom, the wind blows, the petals fall. Within days, the beauty is gone. This tradition reveals something profound about Japanese thinking. The most valuable things are often temporary. A conversation, a sunset, a season, a childhood memory, a dinner with loved ones. These moments cannot be purchased, only experienced. Modern consumer culture teaches you to collect objects. The cherry blossom teaches you to collect moments. Objects age. Experiences become stories. Possessions lose value. Memories often gain value. You are spending enormous amounts of money trying to purchase feelings, excitement, peace, connection, wonder. But feelings rarely come from the object itself. They come from attention, presence, meaning. The Japanese spend less because many have learned a secret that advertisers hope you never discover. The happiest parts of life are usually free. The sound of rain on a quiet morning. The smell of food cooking in the kitchen. The laughter of a friend. The feeling of sunlight on your face. The cherry blossom falls because it cannot stay. That is what makes it beautiful. And perhaps the same is true of life itself. One day your favorite song will play for the last time. One day you will hug someone you love for the last time. One day you will watch your final sunset. When you truly understand this, something changes. You stop asking what else can I buy and you start asking what can I appreciate. That question changes everything. So tell me, what is one simple thing in your life that costs almost nothing but brings you genuine happiness? A morning walk, a cup of tea, a conversation with someone you love. Write it in the comments. Because sometimes the richest life is not the one that spends the most. It is the one that notices the most.